The self-appointed champion of morality and human rights, the left-wing activist Gary Neville, has a new job working for the immoral and anti-human rights Qatari government. He was warned. He was criticized about this decision. He didn't listen. And now he's losing the support of the British public. I wonder why. The Labour Party activist and the future MP of that party, hopeful MP, he was really upset with getting a seat at some point, Gary Neville, a former football player of Manchester United and England, decided to go against the grain. And he thinks he's being cool. He thinks he's being so radical and contrarian and saying, it's the World Cup. We're all in this together, guys. It's one planet. We all clearly have the same values and cultures and civility and morality. I'm going to get a job with the Qatari government and working with the state TV, especially during the World Cup, and I'm going to make so much money and everything's going to be great. But Gary Neville, come on, the guy who's obsessed with virtue signaling, the guy who's obsessed with telling us in this country how to live our lives, the guy who claims that the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland treats its people completely badly, like animals, yet he's more than happy to accept a job offer from Qatar. We've seen, if we didn't know much about Qatar, I could say, well, maybe he's been ignorant. Okay. But the World Cup project has been quite exposed over the past few years. We know what they've been up to by building those stadiums and everything else around it, and modern slavery and people losing their lives, human rights completely out of the window, more than before. Yet, you're more than happy to do that. And interesting enough, we don't actually know the details of the contract. It has not been revealed. We don't know how much money Gary is going to be making. What we do know is what the Qatari government are going to be doing during the upcoming World Cup. So, they have basically released things like this. Qatar welcomes you. That's absolutely brilliant. They are so welcoming. I'm very, very excited to go to Qatar. But, you scroll down. You're welcome to come, but if you break any of these rules, you'll be in a lot of trouble. So this is a list of things. I'm just looking at this. Oh my God, just look at this. Drinking alcohol. Okay, you can't be gay. How can you stop being okay? So you can't do that. Immodesty. You have to be modest. If you're not modest, you do realize that means I can't go because I can't last 5 seconds. I'm not modest. You know me, guys. Profanity. I think I'll be fine with that. I try not to use swear words a lot. Not respecting place of worship. No one cares. Loud music and sounds. How do you expect football fans to go to a stadium with no music or sound? Sound. Okay. Dating is illegal. Taking people's pictures. Dating is dating. Oh. I mean, I get the alcohol thing. It's just your country's idiotic law, right? I mean, I don't get it, but I get it. Some of the fact you're not allowed to be gay, so you have to switch it off. But the other stuff that you can't date, you have to be modest. You have to be modest. If you're immodest. Well, if I wear shorts, you do realize football players wear shorts when they play. I don't think they know that. I hope they know that. They have a kind of second division level league in Qatar. They're not the worst league in Asia, but they're not really the best league either. Even Saudi's league is higher ranked than Qatar, and actually UAE is better as well. But that aside, football rant aside, it's embarrassing that Gary Neville is falling for this trap. I mean, maybe I shouldn't say that because it's not falling for a trap. He knows what he's doing. He knew what Qataris are like, yet he still decided to do it. That's immoral, Gary. That's against human rights. You love your virtue signaling nonsense, and you're doing it exactly yourself. Now, I'm going to take a break. I need a break. We're going to come back in half an hour. Oh, we're going to talk about another group of nutters. Greenpeace and all the eco-militants who crashed Liz Truss's speech at the Tory party conference. They've come back to be interviewed by GB News. They did a bit of a rant, so I'm going to show you in about half an hour. Subscribe to the channel. I'm Tousi and we are the media.